Hello, boys and girls. Undertaker Freak 1127 here. Now, I was driving home a couple of days ago from a Chevelle concert that I went to. It's the second concert I've seen from those guys in 2 months. They put on a hell of a show. They are my current favorite band. If you have not heard of Chevelle, I suggest you check out the album Wonder What's Next before anything else. It is a classic album. Very underrated band. The thing that draws me toward Chevelle, without going off on too much of a tangent here, is their lyrics. Because most modern rock bands you hear from these days, Nickelback, Saving Abel, Buckcherry, Puddle of Mud, Escape the Fate, their lyrics absolutely 100% suck ass. And they're usually about the same exact thing. Kind of like a vicious cycle. Sex, drugs, booze, partying, sex, drugs, booze, partying, sex, drugs, booze, partying. Then they'll have an occasional ballad here that also sucks ass to attract the average dimwit. But, you know, that being said, their lyrics are very profound, and that's usually what gravitates me toward a band in the first place. Not going to go off on too much of a tangent here, because I have something to talk about, something that's very disgusting, something that really, really sort of pissed me off, sort of saddened me at the same time. It was a nice, delicate balance of anger and sadness when I saw this. Now, when I drive, when I take road trips, I tend to get very hungry very easily, and I don't feel like sitting down somewhere. I just feel like grabbing a bite and going. So, sad to say, I stopped at a fast food joint a couple of times. And I saw a sign for a Hardee's on my way home. And I have not been to Hardee's since I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I've been to pretty much every other fast food place on the face of the earth. So I figured, what the hell, I'll try Hardee's again. I went in there to sit down, grabbed a bite to eat. I wanted to sit down because I'd already been in the car for 2.5 hours. I needed to get out and stretch my legs a little bit. And they have a TV in there. And some really crappy vampire movie was playing. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just browsing on my phone, you know, checking to make sure the Tigers actually did win, actually did beat the Yankees, and people weren't just bullshitting me. I look up at the TV and I hear the familiar announcer voice. Are you tired of blah blah blah? Well, we have the solution for you. It's called blah blah blah, the new product sensation that is sweeping the nation. This time, it was for a product called the Forever Lazy. Now, after I saw the commercial, I came to YouTube, and I see the video has made rounds on here. It has like 750K views. It's called the Forever Lazy. It is basically the Snuggie with legs. Not just arms. It has legs on it. And the moment I saw this commercial, the very moment I saw it, I just began to think. Why? W-H-Y. Why? That's it. No profound musings. No deep, profound thoughts. No poignant thoughts. None of that. Just why? Okay? That's it. Now, as per usual with many of these infomercials, they always have to show the people that are modeling the product in some very positive situation, smiling, being happy and giddy. If it's a product that's going to enhance your breasts, they usually, as if to further objectify women, as if they need to be any further objectified in the media, they'll have the guy going, yeah, those are some nice breasts. If it's supposed to shape your ass and make it look more calipigian, you'll see people going, you know, if it's a product that's supposed to help you maintain your home better, you'll see the kids slapping hands and high-fiving the mom and dad on their way to school as if the perfect utopian situation, the perfect family system, you know. Same situation here. This thing is basically a Snuggie with legs. People were sitting back on their reclining chairs in front of a fire, cracking open a book that they probably don't even understand half the words that are inside the thing. Sitting back with their remote, just kicking back, you know, having a drink just like I am. You know, this drink is made so much better because I have a Forever Lazy. And I began to think of the name Forever Lazy. The name Snuggie versus Forever Lazy. The name Snuggie is just a cutesy little name that they tacked onto it. Snuggie, because it makes you feel all snuggly. It's a nice psychological feeling. But the Forever Lazy, now they're digging deep into the American consciousness. They're calling it the Forever Lazy. The words American and lazy go together very well. Go together very well indeed. So when they see Forever Lazy and they think, wow, I know I'm wearing a sweater and pants, but if I put a blanket with sleeves and legs over that, wow! And then I was thinking, when this commercial was going on, it was the typical infomercial. The Forever Lazy has arms and legs, makes you feel very comfortable. You'll be the talk of the town, the hit of the party, the talk of the tailgate, the hit of the century, blah 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 blah. Don't give a shit. What I was thinking is, wow, wait a minute. Hold on here, something's wrong. Because this is an all-over blanket, an all-encompassing blanket. What's going to happen if you have to take a shit? Right as I said that, they said, on this Forever Lazy, there are zipper pull-downs. By your crotch and by your ass. So let's just say you're sitting on the couch, you just ate a nice jalapeno bean burrito, you know, something very spicy. Big meal, chili, a big plate, a big old plate of chicken fried steak, and you really, really got to take a shit. Nature calls. And you know what? The audacity of nature. Nature knows that you're sitting here and you're forever lazy, and it still tells you you have to go and take a shit. No worry, because while you're rushing to the bathroom, all you have to do is pull open a zipper, just like in those old-time pajamas, right? Just pull open a zipper and sit your ass on the toilet. But make sure that the little flap does not go into the water, because you'll have a shitty Forever Lazy. Yeah. No worry, they had me covered. I'm like, wow. As much of a pathetic piece of shit as this Forever Lazy is, at least they covered that base. At least they covered that base. Because, you know, I guess it's just not enough these days just to wear a thick sweater and some pants. No, it's not enough. I remember the Snuggie, okay? When the Snuggie first came out, it was one of the most universally derogated things out there that I've ever seen off of an infomercial. And there have been some really disgusting things that I've seen sold on infomercials. Like those breast-enhancing things, like those things that are supposed to suck in your rolls of fat so the average idiot won't notice that you're really 250 pounds, okay? The things that shape your ass. I've seen, you know, like all the shit that Billy Mays hawked off and, you know, made all of his money to buy lovely cocaine with. All of those things, you know. And when the Snuggie came out, it was hated at first. But then it became a fucking hit. Everybody and their brother was buying a Snuggie. That's what the people that make these infomercials know. They know they're going to look completely ludicrous and ridiculous on the surface. But once they start getting that feedback, those customer comments, and they put them all on a website somewhere in a public forum and everybody can read them, oh my god, I have to have this product. Why, yes you do, sir, and you can have it for 3 easy payments of your arm, your leg, and your firstborn child. Is this really where we're at in this country? It's been going on for a while. Infomercials have been around for a long time. I get that. And you know what? It doesn't really take a whole lot of skill to be an infomercial pitchman, as Billy Mays really, really proved. You know, everyone thinks he was so great, but really all he did was stand in front of a camera and yell. When the chips were down and he actually had to demonstrate a product to the impact gel. So some of you remember this, not to be too tangential here. He had somebody else do it for him because he was too much of a pussy. He didn't have enough confidence in the product that he was selling to do it himself. Bravo, Mr. Billy Mays. Hi, Billy Mays here. I don't care about the dubs. You know, they didn't make me like him anymore. He was still an annoying piece of shit to me. But anyway, back to the infomercial. There are a few items of rage that I saw in this infomercial. And the one thing that they said, and like they say with every product that they hawk on these infomercials, one of the main things they said is, you'll be the talk of the tailgate when you buy a Forever Lazy. Oh, really? You see, when I think tailgate, I think men. I think big, burly, macho, farting, burping, don't give a fuck, cussing like sailors, ready to see some football action men. I don't think little Johnny Frou-Frou walking in with his pink Forever Lazy, okay? I don't think that for one second. Just imagine the setting, okay? You're at a tailgate. You got a grill going. Maybe you got a nice fire. The beer is flowing. Or maybe you got some Jim Beam like I do here. Perfect setting. Got some burgers, hot dogs, steaks on the grill. You're talking about maybe it's the Bills versus the Patriots. You're Patriots fans, and you say, yeah, we're going to kick the shit out of the Bills, and, you know, their nickel defense sucks. All of that football talk. Men. Brutal asshole men throwing a pigskin back and forth, chest bumping each other. You got the jerseys on, you got the war paint on. You're ready to see some fucking manly football. One of your best friend comes in wearing a Forever Lazy. Hey Hey guys, look at this new awesome Forever Lazy I just bought. Isn't it awesome? I'm warm. I bet you guys are just so cold in your normal, thick sweaters and your pants. But not me. I have a Forever Lazy. Yo, John, do we know this guy? Is that really Steve? Is that really the Steve that I know? Is that really the Steve that used to be such a badass back in high school? Oh no, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the guy over there who oh look, boobs. Hey, come on. Really? Yeah, you're gonna be a talk of the tailgate, all right. You're really gonna be the talk of the tailgate when you come strolling in with one of those pieces of shit. Oh my God. Sadly, the average American will be bought off by that. And they will actually think that if they stroll into a tailgate wearing this, everybody's going to drop everything and go, oh my God, that looks so comfortable. It's just a one-piece pajama set, for Christ's sake. That's all it is. It's made out of fleece. When I was 10 years old, my mom went to Walmart and she bought me an all-over pajama set for $10 fucking, and it kept me warm for years until I outgrew it. It even had little footies on it. This thing doesn't even have footies. You gotta wear socks or slippers with it. What kind of bullshit is that? No footies? Ugh. And yes, it was fleece too. $10. But it's on an infomercial, John. It must be great. It must be great. Oh yeah, it must be just so perfect. I mean, there must be no negative complaints about it whatsoever. F you. Stands for fuck you for those of you that aren't enlightened. I already talked about the zipper front and back. You know, I understand when you're being forever lazy, you know, if you got to go take a dump, you don't want to have to take the whole thing off. I mean, shit. What would be the point of doing that? Nature's already kicking you in the nuts by, or your bladder, your colon, are already kicking you in the nuts by saying, hey, time to go. I know you're comfortable, but fuck you. I got to go right now. And then insult to injury. Salt in the wound. You have to take it off? They thought of that. Zipper front, zipper back. Hey, that's pretty good. You can even have sex in your forever alone. Forever lazy. Oh, close enough. Forever alone, forever lazy. You can even have sex in it. Hey, I think I'm ready tonight. You want to have some sex? You might have to take this thing off. No, look at this. Oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah. And then finally, the other thing that jumped out at me and pissed me off was that it comes in sizes small, medium. I think it was small, medium, large, and extra, extra large, I believe. I think it skipped a size. Which size do you think they're going to sell out of first? Okay, which size of this Forever Lazy do you think they're going to sell out of first? Think about it. Forever Lazy and double XL. I wonder. Ladies and gentlemen, staying warm is not rocket science. Staying warm should not cost you that much. It should not beckon you to call a hotline to order something off of a television because so many people look so happy and frilly and joyous because they're wearing. Here's what you do to stay warm, okay? I'll show you. Now, a lot of you may have forgotten what this is, but this is a blanket. And, you know, if I were very cold right now while doing this video, I could just do this. Warm and toasty. Or, if I don't feel like getting the blanket, this is just such a far-fetched notion. I understand this. But something else I could do, I could put on a goddamn sweater. And since most of your body heat escapes out of your head, oh, look at that. I have on a hat. Wow. Easily led, easily bought off, stupid, impressionable, dim-witted nimrods. If you buy one of these things, I'm sorry. You suck. That money could have gone towards something much more valuable. Like food, maybe. You know, if you're the kind of forever lazy guy that is going to buy a forever lazy, you could have bought a couple of thick steaks. with that. Or you could have bought, you know, a couple of days worth of McDonald's. Forever lazy. Oversized for comfort. Right, yeah. Oversized for comfort. Well, if any of you are buying one of these Forever Alones, aka Forever Lazy, please let me know how it is. I want to know what the hype is. I'd really like to know. I never got the hype with the Snuggie. I'm not going to get the hype for this. It's just a fucking Snuggie with legs, okay? I'm done with this. I'm almost at 16 minutes here, and I am halfway tipsy / drunk, so. Have a good day, folks.